America and Russia, two nations locked in rivalry for over a century. One builds its empire with technology, finance, and culture. The other wields raw power through energy and resources. But when we strip away the politics and the headlines, who truly dominates the global economy? This is not just about numbers, it's about survival, power, and the future of the world order. The United States towers above with a GDP of nearly $23 trillion, while Russia's sits closer to $2 trillion. On paper, America's economy is more than 10 times bigger. And with a GDP per capita above $70,000, Americans live in a vastly different world compared to the Russian average of around $12,000. But raw size doesn't tell the whole story. Russia leverages resources in a way that still makes it a heavyweight, despite its smaller economy. America owns the future. From Silicon Valley to Wall Street, US innovation drives the global economy. Apple, Google, Microsoft, these aren't just companies, they're ecosystems shaping how the entire world communicates, works, and consumes. Russia? It has brilliant scientists, but decades of brain drain and sanctions have stunted growth. Its tech scene cannot compete with the American machine. The US monetizes ideas. Russia monetizes survival. Here, Russia strikes back. It holds one of the world's largest reserves of oil and natural gas, fueling Europe and Asia for decades. Energy makes up more than half of Russia's exports. Meanwhile, America is also an energy giant, thanks to shale oil and gas, but it doesn't depend on energy alone. For Russia, energy is the entire lifeline. For America, it's just one card in a much bigger deck. The Pentagon spends over $800 billion a year, more than the next 10 countries combined. This money powers industries in aerospace, cybersecurity, and high-tech weapons. Russia, though smaller, still pouring nearly 4% of its GDP into defense, producing tanks, missiles, and fighter jets. Its war economy keeps factories alive, but it's a dangerous cycle. America's military spending drives innovation. Russia's keeps it locked in survival mode. Here's where America truly dominates. Over 70% of US GDP comes from services, finance, healthcare, education. Wall Street is the beating heart of global trade, controlling trillions. Russia? Its banks are crippled by sanctions, its financial system isolated from global networks like SWIFT. The US can freeze assets worldwide with a signature. Russia can only lean on China and a handful of allies. In finance, America doesn't just play the game, it writes the rules. Russia may feed the world with wheat and fertilizers, but America feeds continents with corn, soy, beef, and innovation. US agribusiness runs on science, genetic engineering, precision irrigation, supply chains that span the globe. Russia has land, America has scale and technology. Both matter, but one produces survival, the other produces dominance. Russia sells fuel, America sells the future. While Moscow pushes gas, oil, and minerals, Washington exports ideas, software, finance, and culture. And then there's the US dollar. It is the reserve currency of the world, the backbone of trade. Every barrel of oil, every shipment of goods, it all passes through dollars. America is drowning in debt, over $33 trillion. Inequality grows wider every year. Political polarization threatens stability. Russia faces its own cracks: shrinking population, reliance on energy, and the chokehold of sanctions. Both giants carry weaknesses. The question is, which system bends first? The debt-driven consumer empire of America, or Russia's fortress of resources in geopolitics? This isn't just America versus Russia, it's two models of power, one based on ideas, innovation, and global finance, the other based on energy, survival, and military force. America still leads the economic battlefield by a wide margin, but Russia's resilience proves that wealth isn't only measured in dollars, it's measured in endurance. And in a world facing energy transitions, shifting alliances, and digital revolutions, the ultimate question remains: who adapts faster? The future belongs to the one who changes, not the one who clings to the past.